Hey, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Kissa.
And today we're going to tell you about an important part of our government, popular vote versus representative vote.
There's quite a huge difference between these two things. Let's start with a question. What are the differences between representative vote and popular vote anyways?
Let's start with a definition. You may be wondering, what is a popular vote? Well, popular vote is the largest portion of the population's vote based on total votes cast in the election, different from total seats.
And a representative vote is a place or area that is represented by a member of parliament in provincial or territorial elections.
Seats are given to people who are voted for. In Canada, we go by representative vote. Here, we're going to show you an example of how representative vote works in Canada and how popular vote would work if we used it.
Let's start with representative. Representative voting is also known as vote by riding. Representative voting begins with Canadians voting for members to be chosen for the House of Commons.
After elections are over, the government will give a seat for each representative for every riding. There are 308 seats in the House of Commons, one seat for each riding. Whoever gets the most votes in the riding wins the one area.
Next is popular vote.
Popular vote is the largest portion of the population vote based on total votes cast in the election, different from total seats. Going by popular vote would basically reflect the population's vote for the parties.
Now that we have figured out what representative vote is and what a popular vote is, we can now figure out what makes them so different and what makes them similar.
We're going to use an example to show this. Here we have the results for the Alberta general election from April 23rd, 2012. And in Canada, we go by representative vote. So let's start with that for the first example.
We are going to go by provincial results for now, but remember that popular vote and representative vote can both work federally and provincially.
If we take the results of seats given to each party when we go by the representative vote, you notice that Progressive Conservatives got quite the majority of the seats, 70.11% to be exact. The second most winning party was the Wild Rose Party with 17 seats, making them have 19.54% of seats out of all 87.
Looking at popular vote, you will notice a huge difference between representative voting results and popular voting results. With popular vote results, you'll see that the Wild Rose and Progressive Conservative were actually pretty close with the votes. Progressive Conservative had 44% of votes in total, while Wild Rose had 34.3%.
And now if we compare the representative results with the popular results, you notice that there's quite a difference in the percentages and who gets the seats. If to go by popular vote, the seats would have such a huge difference.
When we go by representative, you find more seats are given to the first winning party and less are given to the second party. But after analyzing the data from a popular vote, you find that they should probably both have equal seats since they are so close in votes.
But that's not what happens. Instead, more seats are given to the winning party, one representative for each territory.
So that's pretty self-explanatory when it comes to similarities and differences. The differences are huge seat-wise, and you can see that one vote gives a sort of unequal advantage to one party and not the other, while the other gives more accurate results overall.
Knowing these differences and similarities, why do we use representative vote in Canada rather than popular? Popular vote doesn't give people as much as a say as you think it might. Ontario has a huge population in Canada, but it's only in that one area.
So if we went by popular vote, Ontario could vote for one party, but a place like Alberta with a lower population would probably have their voices overpowered by the people in Ontario, which would end with Alberta not being heard at all, and the people would possibly stop voting because they know their voice will not really make such a difference in popular vote.
With a representative, your vote counts in your community and isn't overpowered by other people's voices in the communities or in other communities. You have more control over choosing who you want to represent you, and your voice doesn't get lost or buried under other people's votes.
Now that you see the importance of understanding the different types of voting, we hope you enjoyed our presentation. The end!